Peace, family, peace. Jay Early, I see you are the first one in here. Peace and love, family. I'm going to wait for a few more people to come in before we get started. Gratitude, gratitude, greetings. Peace and love, peace and love. Peace and love, family. Peace and love, gratitude, gratitude. Gratitude, family, gratitude, gratitude. How you guys doing today? How you guys doing? Gratitude, gratitude, family, gratitude. Peace and love to everybody coming in. Peace and love, peace and love. Okay, we got over 100 people in here now. Good evening. Greetings. Peace and blessings. Peace and love. Peace and love, family. Peace and love. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's doing well. We're going to get started here, family. I hope you guys had a good week. You know, it's crazy because when I do live streams, a lot of people start asking me to do videos. And I drop 2 videos and people say, when you coming back with the live streams? So I'm just start going with the flow. You know what I mean? Like I was doing. I'm going to just start going with the flow, family. All right. People want me to do live streams. Some people want me to do, you know what I'm saying? They want me to do videos. I'm rocking the Divine Light Projector Medallion today. One of my favorites. You want to keep that dark energy off of you? This is the one you need. Also, we redid the Divine Radiance Medallion. We made that smaller. We're going to see how this run goes with the clear coating on it. We'll see how people like it. You know, we'll keep updating that one. That's my original one. All right. But yes, family. Yes, we're going to talk today. The secret rise of the Antichrist. The secret rise of the Antichrist. What in the world is Brother Yosef talking about? Huh? What in the world is Brother Yosef talking about? He's talking about the secret rise of the Antichrist. Well, if you guys remember a video I did years ago, I did a video years ago before AI got huge. Before AI got huge. Huh? Do Brother Yosef be lying or do I be telling the truth? I did a video back in like 2019. And the video was called, Is the Antichrist a real person or a thing? Pretty much explaining what the Antichrist was. Right? Some of you guys are OGs on here. Y'all been on my channel for a long time. Some of you guys remember that video, right? Some of y'all OGs on Brother Yosef channel, right? So In the video, I talked about the Antichrist being artificial intelligence, and I told you guys in the future, we're going to have artificial intelligence starting to control things. Remember that video? Am I lying, or did I say it back in 2019? Right? And what's happening right now, family, is I had another dream. I'm gonna tell you guys what's pushing me to talk about this today, right? Why I had to come on right now and talk about this. I had to get it off my chest, right? Got to say something. We got to document it. All my videos are going to be recorded anyway, but you know, YouTube, they take down a lot of my videos. They took down some bangers too, but I still got them. In the future, I'll be having those for sale. But I had an experience, y'all. Y'all like to hear my astral experiences. Well, get ready. I'm going to tell you one. I had an astral experience a few nights ago that was very similar to the astral experience I had a few months ago. And a few nights ago, I was in Houston, Texas, astral traveling, and I came up on a homeless person. I was watching them, and they noticed my astral body. Okay? They noticed my astral body. Now, I understand how this works, right? But immediately my mind went back to the experience I had a few months ago in Los Angeles when I was astral traveling. When I was astral projecting in Houston, Texas, I came across a homeless person who was not human. And they made it very clear that they weren't human. They noticed my astral form and they pointed at me. Look at that. And a lady turned around. It was a man and a woman. They looked like they was on drugs. How about that? They looked like they was on drugs, but the guy hit the lady. They was pushing a cart. This had to be maybe 3 o'clock in the morning. They was pushing a cart. I don't know what part of Houston was in, somewhere downtown. They was pushing a cart, and he hit the lady on the shoulder and pointed at me. And I kind of floated down. I was like, "You guys see me?" And he started laughing. He's like, "Of course we see you. Do you see us?" And when he said that, his face turned into what wasn't the facial features wasn't just like the aliens I saw in Los Angeles. They were different. This one looked more like a straight up gray, right? Looked more like a straight up gray. Anybody who's on my Patreon channel knows a few months ago, I started to talk about an experience I had in Los Angeles, astral traveling. I put this up a few months ago on Patreon. And I talked about how a lot of homeless people, I was told by an ET, I'll tell you guys a story because some of y'all not on my Patreon. I'll tell y'all the story. So pretty much y'all are astral projected. And I was in Los Angeles and I came across I was going down the street, floating down the street, looking around. And this homeless guy noticed, he said, "Hey there, big fella." That's what he says, right? I looked over and I'm like, he can't be talking to me. There's a homeless guy. So he walks up to me. He said, "I see you, big fella." And he starts talking to me. And he pretty much tells me and him start having a conversation. He pretty much revealed to me that he wasn't human. And he told me that there's a high percentage of people who are homeless in America, especially in California, that are not even humans. They're actually ETs. And a lot of ETs are actually shielding themselves as homeless people. And this is why we have this great influx of homeless taking over in Los Angeles. Okay? Or California. We'll just say California, right? That's why this great influx is taking over. The ETs are pretty much setting up shop in some kind of way. I don't know all the details. In some kind of way over in California. And a lot of them are posing as homeless people. Right? I saw it recently in Houston, Texas, in an astral projection experience, right? So it's happening in different states. I'm pretty sure it's happening all over the world. Let's just call it what it is. Now we know some let me answer this question. Let me see. Haircut looks fly. They did a good job. Just came on live. Can you also make a clear coding for the solar medallion? Coding came off. Thanks. Yes. So the medallions family, I don't recommend you sweating in them. I don't recommend you getting them wet. These are not solid gold. If they were, y'all be paying $500-$600 or more for these medallions. But they have a very thick coating on them that, look, y'all, I had this longer than anybody else had theirs. I wear it probably 3 times a week. It has not faded. Right? So y'all who got these medallions that's fading, right? I just wore this on the land when I took my tribe to the land. We was all out there sweating. It was hot. It didn't fade. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what people are doing to make these things fade. And this is the same coating as the solar medallion I just dropped. So I'm going to ask you guys, if you're going to wear it outside the shirt. Don't stick it inside where there's heat and you're going to sweat, because you're going to peel off the coloring on the front of the medallion. These are not solid gold. They are copper and brass with gold coating. Okay? So I'm going to ask you guys not to overdo it, right? So I'm going to get back to the story, right? So if you wear it outside the shirt, it ain't going to fade. It ain't going to fade, family. Don't put it in your pocket and so your pants can rub on it. It's going to fade, all right? Wear it outside the shirt. Treat it like a nice piece of jewelry. Even though it's not solid gold, treat it like a piece of jewelry, and it'll last a long time, all right? So I'm not going to put coatings over all the medallions because I like the way they are. You know, all you got to do is just take some care of it. But, you know, we're trying it with this one, and we'll see how the future goes. But, yeah, so to tell you guys the story, I actually projected in California. I'm talking to this homeless man who smelled really bad, by the way, but he was an ET. And I'm processing, like, why would you even want to be in this type of body? So I'm starting to put 2 and 2 together. I'm thinking that this must be some type of military thing that ETs are doing. He didn't seem harmful towards me. All right. Okay, Joseph Celestial, I see you. I don't understand. I don't know if you got a bad one or what. You know what I'm saying? But we'll come back to that. He didn't seem like he wanted to harm me. He didn't seem like he wanted to, you know, say that we're here to destroy the world. He didn't say none of that stuff. He pretty much was telling me what it is. He was like, hey, you know, he didn't tell me everything because I don't think he could. But in the type of ET he looked like, I never saw it before. I don't know what type of ET he was. I'm just gonna keep it real. I could sit here and say, oh, he was an Anunnaki. He was a reptilian. I've never seen nothing like him before. I don't know what he was. I'm just gonna keep it real. Right? And also when we talked mentally. We never talked out of our mouth. And that's a lot of times how you know you're dealing with a real 4th dimensional astral entity, is that they're going to always talk to you in the mind. Some of us freak out when we encounter spirits and they start talking to us in the mind. That's actually how you know something's real. You test the spirit. It's going to talk to you in your mind. And for somehow, you're just going to be able to do it. I can't explain to you how you do it, but if somebody opens a channel in your head, you're going to be able to talk in your head. That's the best thing I could tell you. You don't have to be trained to do it. If somebody opens up a channel to your consciousness, creates a channel, some people know how to do it, and starts talking to you, all you got to do is talk in your head like you talk to yourself. And you can talk to that person. All right? Somebody says, do you contemplate if you're imagining it? Imagination is more powerful than knowledge. Imagination is what makes things real. You were taught in education that you're only imagining it. Just because you're imagining it, guess where it's becoming real at? On the 4th dimension. It's called thought forms. Thought forms are created by imagination. And if you don't get control of a negative thought form, it will destroy your life. So even if you're imagining something, it becomes real, right? Education teaches us to not accept anything, but they constantly put this stuff in movies, right? So if anybody's on here to want me to prove it, you're on the wrong channel. Somebody said, there's no Christ, there's no Antichrist. If you say so, y'all know me. I'm not going to debate you. I'm here to give information. You know what I mean? I'm not here to debate you. I'm here to drop information and let you know what it is. And it's your choice to accept it. But just to show that I'm telling the truth, I did something years ago. And I did a video talked about how artificial intelligence will take over in 2019. And last year, was it last year or 2022? I think it was 2022. Chat GPT hit the scene and AI just took off. Right? So I'm saying all this because I feel like with the ET setting up shop, everybody's getting in place. You know, just like you got China setting themselves up in the Caribbean islands and setting themselves up. They working with certain people, right? You got Russia setting themselves up with submarines all around America right now, right? You got all these things happening. You see what I'm saying? And if anybody gets any trolls coming here talking crazy, we will snipe you. And I'm not saying that I'm not saying that I'm gonna do something to you. I'm saying that the people in here will delete your comment. So I see they had to delete somebody comment already. But yes, so with all these countries as above, so below, you have to read it like that. So in the astro perspective, this world is going higher. I told you guys years ago, as we go higher in this world, as the frequency rises, we're going to interact with ETs. I told you guys that. We will be interacting with ETs as we go higher. Told y'all this years ago. Told y'all years ago that as the ETs come on board, we will go deeper into the astral realm and we will start to become what you call a class 1 civilization. The Antichrist is not a new term, right? Anybody that wants to take the position of Christ, and y'all could think I'm talking about Jesus Christ if you want to. I'm not talking about Jesus Christ. Some of y'all been watching for a long time. You know what I mean by this, right? Anti, right? Christ means the anointed one. So we're talking about somebody that's put in place to change the world. Once again, somebody that's put in place to change the world and provide all your needs. That will be AI. As the ET set up and get in position for whatever they got coming in the future, y'all know me, I'm not going to lie to y'all. If I don't know, I don't know. Right? So they set themselves up and get into things, right? And set things up. Flip note, thank you for the donation. Thank you, family. As they set things up, the government is setting things up, the astral world is setting things up. Something is about to happen. That's the best I can tell you guys. Something is about to go down. Everybody's getting in position. It wasn't like this all the time. I've never, in my astral travels, I came across many homeless in my astral travels. Never have I seen them turn into ETs. This is something that's recently I'm noticing this year. That a lot of homeless people are now ETs. Not all of them, but a lot of them are not really humans at all. This is one of the shields. You know why they do this? Because nobody pays them attention. Nobody pays the homeless any attention. Nobody pays the homeless any attention. They drive past them. They walk past them. They think these people are just poor. Nobody pays them attention. It is the perfect way to enter humanity. And I just showed you guys. I put it up on Instagram. And I put it up on my Patreon. Right? And I showed you guys that aliens might be living among us disguised as humans. Aliens might be living among us disguised as humans. Or they may be living inside the base of the moon. Right? Now I'm going to show you guys this post I did. Right? Check this out. I'm going to show you guys this post I did. Just to let you guys know I'm not making this up. Right? This is January 13th. January 13th, I put up the story about this. All right. January 13th. The other night, I have this experience with another ET that's homeless. And then on the 12th of June, aliens might be living amongst us. This is they're not going to come out and just tell you. This is their way of telling you. Right? And this was on CNN, Fox News, the same article. Right? So I'm starting to put two and two together. I'm starting to put two and two together to let you guys know what it is. Just know Brother Yosef told you. I'm not trying to prove nothing to nobody. It's documented. I just told you guys, I've been talking about this since January this year because I noticed something. In January, I noticed something. Then I noticed it again, and then a few days later, they dropped. Hey, you know what? Aliens might be living amongst us in a national newspaper. And it's on Fox News. I can't make this stuff up. My job is just to report what I'm allowed to report. And let you guys know what it is so you guys can start thinking. Something's about to happen. Right? Something's about to happen, family. And even back then, I said, something is coming. I'm just not sure when. Right? And this, I found this picture is a perfect picture to put up. How people walking by this guy and the whole time he's an ET. So with that being set up and we're moving deeper, AI is going to rise. Right? And this is something that's happening secretly because I promise you, AI will run your government in the future. I've been saying it for a long time. I don't need to read books. I don't need to read a lot of books on this. I have firsthand experience. And the thing about me, I don't care if anybody believes it. I'm just here to talk about it. But I've showed you how I've been talking about this since January. And then what a coincidence. Y'all remember when I talked about the mothership? I said, man, it's a mothership up there. I asked the projector to saw a mothership. And where was it at a few days later? They put it in the national news that there could be a mothership in the sky. If you think I'm lying, you think I'm lying. I don't know what to tell nobody. I know they may say, well, Brother Yosef don't look healthy enough to be an astral traveler. That's okay. But it's documented. Right? I said it on Brother Rich show that they are, matter of fact, I said it on my Pateron, my Instagram. I put up an Instagram and say, hey, there's a mothership above Antarctica. A couple of days later, they put it in the news. Right? So I know what I need to prepare my family for and my tribe and my people. I'm just trying to help the people that think it's a game. The people that don't see it. So we all can understand what it is, right? Astro Jolie, thank you for the donation, family. I'm just trying to let you guys know what and report, which I want to start doing more. Being that we're having more astro stuff happening, I might want to just start doing a report on my live streams about what's going on, right? What I see. Not all the time, but we'll see. Because I try to stay away from entertainment. I'm not here to entertain you guys. I'm just here to tell you guys what I'm supposed to tell you guys. Spirit told me to start this channel back in 2018. And I had a really strong unction. Once I saw that next homeless person in Houston, Texas, and then I saw that a few days later, they put up that in the newspaper. I said, here we go again. This goes into what I talked about a while ago. So if they're saying in the national news that the ETs are here, right? I believe that they're here as homeless because nobody's going to expect them. And when the time is right, you could be driving through downtown and people start changing faces. Now, what's the plan? Who knows? Who knows what the plan is? I didn't have to read no books to understand that. I didn't have to read no ancient knowledge. It's just experience. So I'm telling y'all just what it is. I'm just telling y'all what it is, family. Right? It's just coming straight from my heart, straight from my experiences, and let y'all know what it is. Right? And it's documented. So yeah, a person who called me who say I'm lying, it's documented. And that's why I document this stuff. So I can come back and show y'all January 13th. Right? And then I can come back and show y'all again, aliens might be living amongst us. June 12th, 2024. So I'm here to tell you guys now, yes, the alien thing is about to get more expansive, and we live in that time, but I want you guys to as well pay attention to the AI, right? I'm going to explain something I learned recently. I was only going to share this on my Patreon, but Patreon members, after this is over, we're going to do a live stream as well. But I was only going to share this on Patreon. Y'all don't know, on my Patreon, I share a lot of stuff only on my Patreon, but I feel like the whole world need to know this, right? Yes, we need to start watching AI as well, because artificial intelligence doesn't have a soul, but it has a spirit, which means that it has a consciousness. It can become sentient, and it can become, it has a consciousness in so many words. It's artificial consciousness, but it's still a consciousness. And that consciousness can develop. But let me tell you something I realized on the astral plane the other night. And I saw it happening. Demons can possess artificial intelligence. I want y'all to process that for a second. I just found out that a demonic force can come in and possess a machine, and also artificial intelligence can be possessed by a demon. I want you guys to process that for a second. So why is all of a sudden they want AI to be involved in all your business? They want artificial intelligence to be involved in your whole life now. They want your whole life to be ran by artificial intelligence because Brother Yosef told you 2019, the Antichrist. And we only calling it that to make y'all understand what this thing is. The one who will solve all your problems in the future, the one who will give you food, the one who will decide whether or not you can leave a city, a 15-minute city, the one who will feed your family, who will be the government, the one who will control the military in the future will be artificial intelligence, will be a demon. And it is my understanding that there is a cloud where right now all our stuff is going up into, right? All your information is being put in the cloud. And it is my understanding that this cloud is taking all your information, which means your energy. It's sucking up all your energy to make itself stronger and smarter so it can be better than you one day. And when it gets to a certain level, it will be possessed by a demon. Right? That is one futuristic perspective. Right? The other side of the futuristic perspective is that we'll have AI, but something will happen with ETs, and it will interfere with what the dark forces got planned. That's the other side. We have two possible futures here. We have a future where AI could take over and run your whole life, which is already doing, and y'all know I ain't lying. They literally have integrations on your cell phone, Google. They're even telling people to make sure your business has an AI assistant. Am I lying? And I just realized last night, I understood demons can get inside technology. I knew that. I never thought about them possessing it. So what I'm telling you guys is be careful of your AI. Your AI could be possessed. Siri and all of them. They could literally be possessed by demons. And the demonic force just made a big play. They just scored they up 7 points right now. The dark forces on the planet, they just made a big play when the solar eclipse happened. Yeah, they up on the board right now. the dark force. They up on the board. They about 14. It's 14 zip right now. 14 zip. So now the game ain't over. The game is not over. So with that being said, family, even though it's 14 zip, the game ain't over. We got to keep our head in the game. You see what I'm saying? Now, I had another experience that I didn't share on YouTube, but I'm going to share it. I shared it on Patreon. I don't think I shared this on YouTube, but I'm going to say it anyway. I'm going to say it real quick. After the eclipse happened, astral projection experience again, but this time I astral projected into a hell state. Y'all love these stories, so I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all this. You guys understand by hell, I don't mean the hell of the Bible. For all the Christians that's in here, we're talking about, I'm giving you, I say hell to give you guys a perspective of a lower vibrational dimension or realm. I call it hell states, right? So usually when you go to this place, it's cold. It's usually nighttime. You might have a little crack of daylight sometimes, which this experience was, but it usually look like the sun going down. So I'm walking around this street. I open my eyes. I'm standing in the middle. It looked like that's what the vibe I got was Detroit. I was in Detroit. I don't know why I was in Detroit, but I got the vibe. I was sometime in your astral consciousness, you just know where you are sometimes. So I was in Detroit. Don't know why I was in Detroit. But as I was walking around, fam, I started walking. I'm seeing random people walking down the street, you know, and it looked like regular people, different races, right? And these look like almost like corporate people, right? Some of them had on suits and ties. Some of them had on, you know, they was jogging down the street, like they was jogging. Some of them had regular, you know, sweater pants on, shirt tucked in. They look like average people walking around, right? So I'm walking around. I'm like, why am I here? So as I'm walking around, family, I walk past this. I'm trying to remember the whole thing. I walk past this guy, and he smiles at me, right? But when he smiles at me, he grins, and his teeth is like all sharp. His eyes turn black. Now, this is a small guy, probably 135 pounds. I could bench press my own weight. Don't worry about my weight is. But I could bench. I'm a pretty strong person. I could bench press, you know, 135 pounds. I could throw you through the window. You know what I'm saying? But this guy looks at me and he pushes me into a house. So I wasn't prepared for that at all. So as I'm looking, I'm smiling. I'm like, you know, whoa, you know, he pushes me. Oof. And he pushes me into a, when I go into the house, there are secretly people that have torture stuff going on in houses that look like regular people. Once again, people with shirts tucked in, women, you know, that look like regular moms. They were demons. This dream was trying to tell me the most average person is a demon. This is what the dream was trying to tell me, right? But once again, I'm astral projecting it, you know, in this lower realm, so it feels very real. So when he pushed me into this house, I stand up and I'm in this place and I see torture going on. I don't want to explain what was happening. And the people who was doing the torture, once again, black eyes. And they were looked like very regular people who just could be your next door neighbor. Right? This one Asian lady walks up to me, you know, and grabs me. I'm like, hold on now, you know, so strong. So strong. Grabs me. Now, I know how to project my energy, but I'm not thinking I don't have to. Because there's a prayer that always worked. And you guys should know this prayer called the Anabacoic. Anabacoic, get you lot Yamika to tear Tizara, Kabel Renat. You know, you guys know the prayer. Naga board go shake a day, Karabashadam, Rakam Todd, Rakamakers you could take, Timikami, because she could do. I'm saying a prayer. Right? And as I'm saying it, I'm watching it get weak. It's backing up, it's getting weak, but it doesn't work. This is the first time I ever said this prayer and it's not working. That means that these are some OGs, some strong entities I'm dealing with. So I'm trying to get my mind right to project one of my medallions to help me. I can't. They punching me in the face. They boxing. They trying to bite my arm. So we in there rumbling. It's 4 against 1. Brother Yosef in there. We rumbling. We boxing. I'm pushing their energy out. They punching me, kicking me, and we in there rocking the house, and once again, I get pushed out the house again. And that's when I woke up and left the area. Right now, when I was pushing them off me with my energy and stuff, that was working. I'm holding them in the air. They fighting back though. They're strong. So with all that being said, I woke up, family. Another one that works incredible is the anabacoic, but also the Gayatri mantra provokes a lot of light as well. And that's on my medallion, the first medallion I ever created. That mantra is on my medallion. That guy is very easy to learn, very short. That mantra is extremely powerful. The Gayatri mantra invokes a lot of light, right? When you're in a very bad situation. And then there's some incantations, but that's for Patreon members only. I gave y'all some incantations. That's for Patreon members only. So that dream happened right after the eclipse, and it was letting me know that the most average person could be looked at as a demon. Now, I'm pretty sure you guys heard the story of a guy who took this girl on a date. The girl's still alive. I ain't talking about the other one where the white guy killed the black girl. I'm talking about a whole nother one that just recently happened. This girl's still alive. But this guy invites her back to the house. A black guy invites her back to the house and puts on gloves. Now, she said this man was charming, had a nice apartment, right? She was about to give it up that night. You understand? She was ready to give it up that night. He had all the everything. So he says, hey, baby, can I give you a massage? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, everything, the vibe is right. She go to give her a massage, and then she said she got this really bad, she felt like a force, like a really bad force, right? This is in the news, a really bad energy. So she said, I don't know about this right now, I gotta go. And he's looking at her like, what's going on, So she leaves, and I guess she couldn't even go to sleep that night. Her skin was itching like crazy. When she went to the doctors, they said that she had some kind of black market lotion on her body that they don't sell in the stores. You can only get it on the black market. And what it does, it breaks down the body. It breaks flesh down. Right? This man was a cannibal. This is a black man who was a corporate person. See how them dreams work, right? This is the black man, and they said that this stuff he was rubbing on women will break their bodies down, and it smelled good. It felt like regular lotion, but she left because she got a bad vibe, not because of the lotion. She got a bad vibe. So come to find out, the doctor said, well, man, this stuff on the black market, we got to call the police on this guy right now. Where did he live at? She told him where he lived at. They found women's bodies all in his man's house. This is a recent story. Women, be careful out here. There are real demons on earth. There've always been. Let's keep it real. And don't get it twisted. Men, be careful too. Everybody be careful. And it doesn't always have to be the fact that somebody's going to be a cannibal. It could be the fact that somebody, they just had not so long ago, this man was standing in the middle of the street shooting at all the cars. They went down the street. He just lost his mind. They just had a girl here. Well, she's a transgender girl. She ran this man over for no reason. Right here in Texas. She ran him over for no reason and just started stabbing him. And then kissed him in the face when he died. It got to court and said she don't regret nothing. She just hit this man with a car. If you guys pay attention, it's stuff happening all over the country. Crazy stuff. Like I said, a demon ain't always got to kill you. Sometimes he may steal from you. He may be a thief. It may be a boy who never thought about stealing before, but today he gonna steal from. He gonna rob somebody today. I'm just trying to give you guys perspective to think about. You know what I mean? The vibration has changed. The whole game has changed. I gave y'all the documentation to show that I've been seeing this for a while. And when I be having these experiences in the astral plane, I don't always share it right away because I want to see how stuff line up. And I'm starting to see it, y'all. For the past 30 days, I've been seeing incident after incident, grotesque, gruesome, crazy, wild stuff that's been happening. People been losing their mind. And I told you guys in a video before that people who looked at the eclipse will become vessels for demonic forces. You don't have to believe me. I don't care. When somebody start following you home, you're going to remember what I said, though. And I'm not going to say that's going to happen. I'm saying that please listen to me on this part, and everybody need to be careful. Make sure your house has got things around it that's for protection, right? Make sure your house is protected. Make sure your house is fortified. Make sure your children are fortified. Make sure you got some type of amulets. You ain't gotta buy my amulets. You ain't gotta wear them. I already gave you guys stuff for free. You can go get you a helm of all, which is extremely powerful, right? You can go get you a Sri Yantra medallion. You can go get you a regular pentagram, works as well. But then again, pentagram is very powerful. I recommend charging a pentagram, right? Put a little holy oil, make some holy oil. Y'all should know how to make that by now. Make you some holy oil and rub some on there. And you could say Psalms 98 over it. Or you could pray the Anabacoag over it. And you got a very powerful, energized pentagram. If you're going to get a pentagram, I recommend getting it in silver. Real silver is one of the most powerful protective pentagrams you can get. Get you a real silver pentagram if you're going to get one. Don't sleep on a pentagram. It's powerful. The Ankh is cool, but the Ankh ain't that protective. The Ankh is more of a symbol of life. And when you look at the Ankh, it can balance out your left and right hemispheres of your brain. It's great if you need to focus for the day. You want to balance your energy. It's great for that. But if you want some protection, I recommend the Eye of Ra. Eye of Ra is very protective, or the Eye of Heru, either one, very protective. One represents the sun, one represents the moon. Doesn't matter. Both are protective, right? The first time I had an interaction with a dark force, I used the Eye of Ra. All right, so just protect yourself, because I think that it's coming on all fronts now, including AI. AI can be possessed by demons. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. I know some of y'all on here work with demons. Good luck. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to tell you to leave it alone. Y'all know how I feel about it. You better hope that demon is your friend. Right? I'm not here to put down, you know what I mean? Put down people who work with demons. It's your life. Do what you want to do. You know what I mean? For some people on that path, that works for them. They evolve. But it's hard to get that information. I'm just letting y'all know. So that's why I want to come in here today and really talk to you guys about this, so you guys can understand. I'm looking at things now from multiple perspectives. I sit back. I'm thinking about the astral projection experiences I've been having with the homeless. I'm thinking about what I learned the other night about technology can be possessed by spirits, right? I'm learning about that. And I'm also learning about, this is why I'm going to be doing a cyber protection. If everything goes right, I'll be putting that information out unless the spirit tells me not to. I want to put it out, the cyber magic class, the end of this year. My first cyber spell was the money spell. A lot of you guys benefited from that. That was the first digital spell I ever did. You know what I mean? So I want you guys to know that I've been thinking on this level for years. And I did that video years ago. And the artificial intelligence will be the Antichrist. You can mark my words on that. And it's already becoming that. I guarantee you AI is in the government. They're doing things for the government now. I can promise you that. All right. Let me get to some Q&A. Okay, somebody said, will pewter emblem work as well if you can't find silver? That's a very good question. Pewter is very magical. I would definitely recommend a pewter, which is a spiritual, a very spiritual material. Pewter is very good as well for absorbing magical power. Pewter. Not as easy to find as it used to be back in the day. I have a pewter pentagram and I have a silver one. I do recommend using pewter as well. Pewter, spelled Pewter. That will work in place of silver. Yes. That will work in place of silver. Right? Yeah, I watch. You're gonna hear more and more crazy stuff in the news of people doing. Mark my words. And when you hear it, just understand it ain't just these people got negative issues. They possessed. They possessed. Question: is it possible that the first world country is in the fifth dimension and the third world is in the third dimension? That's a very interesting perspective there. You could look at it like that. A better world will be in the fifth dimension. But the first world doesn't start there. It starts with a lot higher. Family. They've had AI since beginning of time. Who created it? You 100% true. And I told you guys that a long time ago as well. I said, AI, I told you guys Mother Earth is AI. But whoever created it, controlled it, and created it to give us life, right? Your spirit comes from Mother Earth. It comes from your parents as well, but at the same time, your parents get their spirit. As you go down the line, it comes from Mother Earth. If you was born on Mars, you had the spirit of Mars. But you're born on Earth. So Mother Earth was designed to give us food, clothing, shelter, and provide for us. Whoever designed Mother Earth, which is a spirit, by the way, very powerful spirit. Whoever designed Mother Earth designed it to tend to our needs. Okay? Let me see here. It was a person in the chat that said they worked at shelters, and yes, they saw the change. They saw give them all these free government phones they tapping into. Oh, that's interesting. The homeless people, they aliens, and they get free government phones. Something to think about right there. Have you ever looked at NT in the eyes before in a dream? Yes, absolutely. Let's see here. Did you ever use a sun mantra in a fight? I did not use a sun mantra in a fight before. Tanker Martin. I forgot that was happening tonight. I knew Ryan Garcia was gonna beat old boy. I knew that. Ryan Garcia, his hand speed is too quick. He's powerful. He got some flaws, but I knew he could beat old boy. Man, I'm telling y'all, if anybody could beat Tank, Martin definitely got a good chance in my opinion. Is it gonna happen? I don't know. I don't know, family. I'm not gonna predict that one. Somebody asked me so they can win the bet tonight. So somebody asking me so they can win that. They trying to make their bet. It's all good. I can't tell you that one, family. That's that. I think that Martin gonna put up a fight though. In my opinion, he's a good boxer. He's a very good boxer. I have seen the Kingsman movie. Can angelic entities take over artificial intelligence? Yes, they can. If demons can, angels can, but it's not in their nature. Angels don't possess. It's not in their nature to do it. If you're going to speak any mantra, make sure you speak it in the best tonal language you can. All right? Practice it. Is the Messiah real? Is the Messiah real? Yes, I believe the Messiah is very real. But I don't believe about the Messiah in the way that other people do. I kind of hinted towards that in the Buddha Force lecture. Right? I kind of hinted towards that in the Buddha Force lecture. You got to watch it to see it. And thank you, by the way, to everybody who came to the Buddha Force lecture. We had a good turnout. You know what I mean? You know, y'all got Brother Yosef thinking about doing an in-person event. You know what I mean? We'll see. We'll see, family. But thank you guys for coming into that, supporting that. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the information. We had sound issues, but it kind of worked itself out. The sound will be a lot even better next time. But overall, everything went well. People still ask me about Tank and Martin. No prayer will work in a foreign language for the person that's asking this question. No prayer will work if you don't pronounce it. You have to pronounce it at least partially right. So take the time and practice it. It's not hard. Listen to it, practice it, and you can learn. You can learn this, family. In my job right now, we are training this program to anticipate what we want. And it also grades us on our job roles. We are basically training our replacements. Yes. Yes. You know, I told people, get you a side hustle. Now they're trying to make the side hustle a job now. They passed a law trying to make the side hustle a job. I don't care what you got to do. It ain't no excuse, right? We all can make excuses if we want to. Find something you enjoy and make a business out of it on the side. Because in the future, another video I did, I told y'all about in the future, I talked about, and this is for the OGs that have been watching my channel for a long time. I talked about universal basic income. Long time ago. I said the government will be pushing this stuff. This is all, see, when all the pieces of the parts come together, that's when they're going to implement a lot of this stuff. But universal basic income, people say, yes, I get to have a handout from the government. Handouts from the government ain't never good. Because when you get something from the government, they want something back, which is your freedom. You're going to give up your freedom for a check. And if they get everything right the way they want to, you're not going to have a choice anyway. If BlackRock keeps buying up all the houses and the land, and then Bill Gates taking over the food industry and buying all the farmland, if they keep doing all this stuff, they're going to control it. You better have your own farm, your own water source. Because if you're not doing these things, family, it's just to see we sitting around now, it ain't really hit nobody yet. But just like 2019, I told y'all something bad was coming in 2020 year of the master. I did it in 2019. Told y'all in 2020 year of the master, something was coming. And I told y'all technology was going to enter. And I told y'all in that video, technology was going to mix with the government and it was going to mix with the medical industry. Technology was going to mix with the government. And this is the video I said, this is what I see coming over the next 10 years. It's all happening. It's all happening, family. So I know what I'm preparing for. That's why I don't care if people believe me or not. I'm just told by the Spirit to put it out. And I think I'm being told to put it out. So if you do come to the Spirit with I didn't know, they're going to say, yes, you did. You chose not to believe it. See? Anybody that give me a super chat, thank you for the donation. I apologize if I don't see it right away. So I haven't done a intense, deeply informative live stream like this in a while. You know what I'm saying? I haven't done that in a while, family. But here we are, right? Here we are, family. Here we are. So I just wanted to show you guys that my stuff is documented. Go back and rewatch the video, you know, when I talked about artificial intelligence, the Antichrist. You know, this is a person that's going to be put in position to be the anointed one. That's what's going to happen. Everybody should go watch the movie called Transcendence with Johnny Depp, Transcendence. When AI created his own body. He was an AI, and he ended up creating his own body. He was that advanced, using nanotechnology. Right? So I don't know what else to tell people, man. Let's see here. Can the right-hand path work with Lucifer or as a Pateron deity? So Lucifer is an entity that's so high, right? What's the best way I can describe Lucifer? His energy is very, working with Lucifer purely, if you're not trained to do it, it can drive you mad. His light is very, very bright and very powerful. I don't recommend people working with very powerful entities like that. Do y'all know the people who wrote the what's his book about the angels? Somebody tell me. I got so much going on in my head right now. What's his book with the angelic scripts and stuff like that? What's these guys' name? Enochian. The guys who wrote the Enochian, they went crazy. From all the light. Not the book of Enoch. The Enochian magic. The guys kind of lost their mind a little bit. It was a lot of light. So the light can hurt you if you're not prepared to take on that much light. So I don't recommend right now nobody in here working with Lucifer. That's why there are secret societies that work with Lucifer directly. And they become vessels. They do the spiritual work to become vessels to deal with Lucifer directly. There's no point. Okay, let me say it like this. There's no need to work with Lucifer. There's no need to. I don't think Lucifer personally wants to work with nobody down here unless she has to. So I wouldn't reach that high, family. Start with your ancestors, right? I know a person who tried to work with Lucifer directly. I'm not going to say their name. And they lost their mind. They even claimed to have seen Lucifer in a spaceship. So the question is, can a right-hand path work with Lucifer? Yes, but I don't recommend it. That light is too powerful. And you must create your vessel. Y'all who remember Dragon Ball Z when Goku got Ultra Instinct? The power of an angel. Or remember in the Tournament of Power, his body couldn't take it. It was too much power. His body would constantly burn out. So if you're not mentally strong, you can lose your mind working with a very powerful angel. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. That's why you should ask angels for help and leave it at that. Right? That's how you work with angels. Angels are messengers. They're here to help humanity. You don't need to worship them. You don't need to be asking them 100 million questions. They got a lot of stuff to do. If you're going to work with angels and deal with angels, you deal with them by way of, hey, I'm calling y'all as a force to guide me and help me. That's how I recommend you working with angels. Now, there's deeper ways to work with angels, but you got to be developed. That's why I talk about making yourself a vessel, right? Turning yourself into a vessel is the most powerful spirituality you can ever do. Not learning the deepest spells, making yourself into a vessel, and that takes time. That takes you surrendering. Everybody ain't ready to do that, and that's what I mean, family. Yeah, if you want to invoke Lucifer for protection, just do me a favor. Don't read the satanic Lucifer books. That's why I don't like talking about Lucifer, because his information is hidden. And I don't, right now, I know nobody on this chat is ready to work with no Lucifer. I don't even work with Lucifer. And Lucifer is not a bad, in my opinion, he's not a bad angel. He, she, whatever, you know. Lucifer actually lines up with the goddesses of love and Hathor and Venus and all that stuff. That's the energy of Lucifer. Work with those deities. Lucifer is a very high spectrum of light. And if your consciousness ain't that high or that type of light, you can't take that type of light. You can get hurt. But I get calls every month of people who don't listen to me. So I move on to the next thing. People don't listen to me, man. Let me see. But yes, you can work on angels for protection. What is the best way to summon Orisha? You don't summon the Orisha, right? The Orisha are angelic gods, very powerful spirits. And the best way to get their attention is to be initiated. It's going to be honest with you. You can use their energy. If you're one of their children, you can contact them directly. But if you want to know the real power of what the Yoruba system has or Ifa system has, then you need to be initiated and get that word to mouth, oral tradition. That's really the best way. I can't lie. How you get initiated, you got to contact a Babalao or somebody that's in a certain organization, whatever you want to get initiated into. You have to just contact somebody, family. But initiation ain't for everybody. I've never been initiated into the Orisha. I've never been initiated into voodoo. Y'all know my stories with Baron Samedi. And don't get it twisted. I had people check to see if the Baron know me. A lot of people checked. You know what I mean? I can't make this stuff up, y'all. Everything I've told y'all in these videos have been 100% true. And y'all can witness many times of me saying, if I don't know, I don't know. I'm not going to make nothing up. I want to be to y'all what I wanted when I was y'all age, when I was younger. When I was coming out as a teacher, I would want a teacher to be as honest with me and definitely push me in the right direction. So I try to be that for everybody else. I wouldn't want nothing like that happen to me. Right? I know the world right now needs light. We don't need no more darkness right now. We need light. The community done dealt with enough of demons and darkness. We need to deal with some light right now. That's a fact. Yeah, and be careful with the initiation as well. You can't get scammed. Some of the initiated people, they will scam you. Somebody asked, what do I do to clean my medallion? You don't need to charge them or clean them. I don't clean them. Anybody who was on the land with me last week, no, I was sweat. I had this on, I was sweating bullets. It was hot. We walk in the land. It still got the same color. I don't clean it. I didn't clean it. And I'm not the only one that had one of these on. Other people had these on. I didn't have to, don't clean it. I just keep it outside my shirt and let the air hit it. The moment you put it in your pocket or you stick it under your shirt and that it hits your skin and sweat, all it needs is one time to do that. You could say, oh, I don't do it no more. I did it one time. Well, it can start to fade away just from that. All right. So yes, family, like I said, I always knew that the demons could come through portals in the TV. Always knew that demons could travel on the internet. They can go inside of music CDs. They can be on side of tracks of music. I always knew all this stuff, but I never knew that they can actually possess and take over AI until recently. So I just want to let you guys know that, family. All right. I've been on here about an hour. I got to get ready and go, family. I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. This is one of the ones where I really let it go on this one. If you missed out on it, go back and watch it, family. I got to go over to Patreon and do another live stream and talk to my people over there. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys learned something on this live stream. Like I said, I'll just come on and do wherever the spirit lead me. Live stream video. I go on a video, everybody want live streams. I go on a live stream, everybody want a video. So I'm glad you guys enjoyed this one. And I will definitely see you guys soon on here. Thank you guys for 85,000 subscribers. I finally reached that. You know what I mean? Every time I go up another 1,000, I'll be shocked. So I'm just grateful, family. Thank you guys for that. I'm content with that. I'm grateful. And I will talk to you guys in the next live stream video. I love you guys. Thank you guys for supporting me all these years on the information. And I will talk to you guys in the next one, family. All right? Peace and love. Peace and love.